peoples. I'm coming to scout this other spot I normally hunt during rifle when it opens. Um, I'm walking this little thicket here. The top of it. My wind's good this way, but I always know those deer that cross this trail and come this way. And normally somebody's off in here somewhere on the other side of it shooting. But anyways, I come in here last year and walked it, but I walked in on somebody, so I backed out. But I thought I smelled deer back there, and assuming that I did. So that's the freshest deer crap I've found in a good little bit. So also at the entrance, got a lightheaded there, but also at the entrance I found fresh deer tracks, so that's a plus. And according to the mud up there, it didn't look like but a couple of trucks rode by here this morning. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I can't hunt this thicket because of the wind tomorrow, so I might have to hunt on the other side of it, which I missed a real nice guy, but that buck was probably almost 20 inches wide a couple of years ago. I need to put a camera in here. I didn't even think to bring mine. But I missed him. I'll link this clip in there in a second. And boy, about made me sick. But, you know, things happen. It's all good. That was year before last. That was 23, pretty sure. And then last year, I only hunted it here during the opening of muzzleloader. And I ended up pulling a trigger, or I tried to pull a trigger on a buck that day, and things didn't go right. My gun wouldn't shoot. Good morning, everybody. It is opening morning of rifle season. It's like 65 degrees. It's too warm. Sweat a little bit on the way up, but we're up in the tree. We locked in tight. We ready to rock and roll. I'm back here. Scouted yesterday, and this looks kind of like a little finger, the way it runs up through here. But I've got cedars over here to my, well, that'll be my south. Then I've got a big thicket right over here to my west. But the deer normally cross south and they'll come hit this thicket, or they'll come over here from the east and they'll go through these cedars and go through the thicket. And then I've got a thing of cedars behind me as well that leads up in that finger. As I said yesterday in my little scout video, there's a big wide buck in here that I missed a couple years ago. He may be dead now or gone somewhere else, but I was sitting on the ground and I ended up blowing my opportunity on him. I tried to shoot him in the neck and ended up hitting a tree instead. But he had a little short, like his tines were short, kind of like my 11 point, but dude was probably almost every bit of 20 inches wide. I missed him, but like I say, I'm just coming in here to see if I can just get on some does. So last year I hunted here for Muzzy, as I said in the video as well, and my gun didn't go off for early morning, right at first light, you'll catch them. Or it's like an 8:30 time frame. So, I got one right here. Scratch that. Oh, here it goes. So, I don't know if that was the same deer or if that was different. The first deer looked like a buck, to be honest. And then I could have swore it ran off in that corner. Then when I got on the camera to talk, I turned and looked. This deer was running to me and it jumped over some downfall. I don't know how much I got on camera, I haven't looked at it yet, but it cut the edge of these cedars and it stopped. I couldn't get a clear vital shot, it was peeing. And then it took off running again. And I double checked to make sure there wasn't nothing behind it. Then I stopped her. And she got behind some more stuff. All I could see was head. I ain't giving a headshot. Not that far. She wasn't far, but just not what I wanted. And that's only, it's just 7:15, so we'll see how the rest of the morning plays out. Sun's coming out now. A little bit more, got some fog, a tad bit. Hopefully we can get some type of action. Little buck. Another doe. Big buck. I'm about tired of these squirrels and crows though. So far, good morning. Alright? One down for the peoples. I don't really remember much of what I said after I shot, but this tree is big that I'm on, so I can't really see too much around it, but I reached in my pocket and I got this spray, that doe on fire spray, and I was getting ready to spray it. Actually, I did spray it, and when I went around the tree like this, and once I squirted, I saw her. She was walking up, and I was like, oh, but I didn't know because I've had some does blow since I've used this spray, and I know I've had does blow in the past from Esther sprays, but she stopped once that centril mist went down off in there. You can see where she stopped at and caught it, and I don't know how much you can see on the camera, but she started sniffing, and then I had like a halfway back, but I didn't want that shot because these cedars were in my way, and then she turned back with her head. I almost shot her then, but I opted out, and she took a step and went broadside, and I put it through them cedar limbs. She probably ran about 60 yards. I think that's my buddy's uncle that just shot, but she probably ran about 60, so I saw her when she smacked the bush and went down, unless she got back up after that, but she's hurt. Oh, that was my buddy's uncle. He just texted me asking me about the deer, so but I'm gonna sit up here though, probably about another couple hours. It isn't too hot yet. I'll sit up here a couple hours and see what else comes out. She was by herself. She looked like she was a pretty healthy doe. A little bigger than that first one I saw earlier. And it actually may have been that other one that I saw, because the first one I saw went down off in the corner like I said earlier. And then this other one come jumping over the downfall. So I didn't know if that one's the same one or what, but and that's where that deer was coming from. So, I mean, I could be wrong. But anyways, I'm gonna sit up here though for a little bit longer. It's just now like 20 after 8, and I told my brother and him this morning, I was like, I hadn't saw anything. I said, but those deer, and I said normally 8:30 is about the time frame. I ended up shooting her. It was like 12 after 8, but I don't know what it is though. But this spot, there's something about it. You're normally gonna see a deer around that 8 to 8:30 time frame. Might be small, might be big, but you'll see one. I'm hoping we can get at least one more doe, one buck. It don't matter to me. I like to carry 2 of them out of here. I just had 2 deer come through. I'm pretty sure the second one was a buck, but I think it had to have been a spike or something because I didn't see any horns. He had his nose down trailing that first deer, but I've lost him in the thick. they come out from up there. I seen the first one jump over. I guess in some more downfall on that side. And they were right there. They're probably like 70 yards when I seen them. But the stuff's thick though. But he had his head down like he was ready for action. I was hoping they're gonna use this right here. If I come back tomorrow, I might hunt back over on that side in there. I might walk over there in a little bit and see if I can find me another tree to get in. But it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna stay here till probably 10. Oh, there goes one right there. Matt? Holy shit, that's a big ass deer. Matt? Got me a stud. Got me a stud. Yes. Mature. Boy, look at that. Look at that. Alright, peoples. I got all my stuff packed up. It's just now 10 o'clock. I have to go over here and get these deer and go back and get my court. There's some days you need your buddies. My buddy's uncles is here, and dad is, but I ain't gonna bug him. But this deer literally lays right here. And he had like he was dead. So I started taking pictures, and next thing I know, he's trying to get up. And then I'm trying to get my shells out of my pocket because I've already dropped. I used one on the doe and then 2 on him. First shot was a gut shot. That's why he didn't die. And the second shot, I hit him behind the shoulder. And then my tree's back over that way. But this is where I was able to get him that last shot. And it scared me because he got behind his downfall and I thought he was gone. So I started scrounging my stuff and I made it to him. He's already dead. Thank the Lord. But that's 7mm 08, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, shall I say. It puts a number on it. It's a little warm. Everybody's complaining because it's the rut and it's warm, blah, blah, blah. Man, if you don't get out here and get on these deer and get them, man, you ain't never gonna do it. But this is a mature Tennessee deer. I guarantee. Look at the size of him compared to this doe. I guarantee you that joker's probably 4.5. He's solid. Look at that headpiece. Nice tan. It's kind of blockish. He ain't got that big nose just yet, but I guarantee that deer's 4.5. But I'm gonna get my stuff together and get them together and hurry up and get them gutted and get home. I might catch y'all while I'm in the process of skinning them out and stuff, but catch y'all later.